Hello. I'm not doing emotionally. I'm not doing well right now. One of the things that makes me more anxious than just about anything is when I have a hard time eating. And this probably makes no sense to anyone, but, again, I like being heavy, and I probably put too much focus on how I look as far as my self-esteem. I'm also dealing right now with, and I shouldn't have this at 44, but I'm dealing with some separation anxiety. When I was in Eureka, I was angry at the way that I had been raised, and just angry at my mother. This time around, she's been the most incredibly supportive possible. And so I keep having these feelings like I've abandoned her. And she's been the most supportive. And I don't know how to get that out of my head. I'm making this video right in the middle of, I was able to get myself to stop crying, and I know that's stupid. And there's probably going to be a bunch of people unsubscribing because they're like, oh, what a stupid wuss, what a pathetic person, what a, emotionally, I think the only thing that tops this, is when I was getting off Zyprexa. That's about the only thing that would beat this out. I would love nothing more right now than to just be able to give someone a long hug. As far as the things that are going on in my life, everything, if you look at it on paper, you look at it as to the things that I've said that I've wanted, I have things better than ever, but I feel worse than ever. Some of this is, about halfway through the trip to here, the food poisoning. And I know it can take a couple weeks to fully get over that. So the thing with the eating is I've probably lost 20 pounds. I look in the mirror now and go, oh my God, I'm so ugly. Whereas just, a week and a half ago I was saying, hey, I really like the way I look. Again, I probably put way too much importance on my appearance. But it's all like I've been able to say that I was solidly proud of myself for. I guess I should be proud of myself for having looked into this place and having been able to make the move and having just done everything to be able to settle into this place. But I guess it's difficult when there's no one around to really share it with except for online. I would love to be able to, I'm wondering whether I could, maybe there's someone I can visit here on the East Coast. I mean, I have friends that are about 3 hours away, and maybe I should try visiting with them, just to give me this some sort of positive anchor that, hey, I made the right decision here. You know, it's more cloudy than ever when it comes to my feelings about what is it that I really like, and what is it that I've been rebelling against something or someone or a mindset, or conforming with someone or a mindset. More muddy than ever. And I know that whether it's mental growth or whatever, there's growing pains. I know this. I mean, for God's sake, I've only been here 3.5 days. You know? So I've got everything. I'm getting everything worked out the way that I wanted. I guess I'm having to figure out some way to convince myself that I really have made the right decision. It just scares me, the prospect that in an attempt to try to make sure I can mentally survive in the future, maybe I've mentally given myself a death sentence. But that's not right either. But it goes through my head. That's what goes through my head. It's so irrational. It's so irrational. The stuff that goes through my head is, well, I guess you're a failure, right? And I look at it and I'm going, how am I a failure? Irrational. It makes no sense. the food poisoning thing is the primary thing that's getting to me. My digestion is just completely fucked right now. Just completely fucked. And I've had no idea what it is that I can eat that doesn't make me feel like shit. I'm trying to figure out, how can I get the nutrition I need and not have it be something that makes me feel like shit. Damn, just so irrational. So fucking irrational. And I don't know how to tackle it. At all. I have no idea. It makes me think about some of the people who say, you should have, when I say you, when people saying to me, they're saying you, but they're basically saying that I should have been looking into roommate situation. I sometimes wonder whether that would have been a better option. Just for the sake of, I don't know. I think this is a growing pain. I think this is something that I will get over. I think this is something that I just need to keep trudging along, and eventually I'll find myself. I'll find a bit more of peace. But there are growing pains. And I knew that getting over the codependency was going to be rough. I knew that it was going to be rough. It's not helping that my mother is one of the primary people that I've been calling for support through this. And then that makes me feel a little bit worse, because it's like, again, it makes me feel like I've abandoned her when she's being the most supportive. But she seems to appreciate every call, every text. So, I'm being supportive of her too, because she has a lot of, she's struggling emotionally too. So, I hope this video isn't too long to upload, because that's the nature of mobile, you know. And I think I might see if I can downgrade the quality before I upload it, I think. Because right now it's recording at 1080p, but YouTube can't display it that way. So I should switch it over to like 720p or something. As far as the vertical resolution, and so then the other resolution would be, what would that be at that point? I can't remember. But a small resolution this way, and 720p this way, and I think that would make this more uploadable. Unfortunately, for the past, since I've arrived, I've taken hydroxyzine, which is an anti-anxiety medication. I've taken that every day. I shouldn't have. So I'm probably dealing with some withdrawal on that because I've taken it so much recently. I'm also dealing with the withdrawal symptoms from quitting weed. I still have a couple joints left that just in case. One of the things that ends up happening for me with withdrawal, because some people don't even know that there's such a thing as that, other than the mental side. But when I've done weed a lot, and then I try to quit, I get the sweats. I get it becomes very, very difficult to eat. And so I've got the food poisoning and the withdrawal from the weed, and it's miserable. Utterly fucking miserable. I had so many patterns established when I was staying at my mother's. Just so many patterns. And all of those are broken now. All those patterns have been completely disrupted. And broken. I wanted change, so I got it. But is that really the change that I don't know. I guess I'm being incoherent now. So I should end the video. I think I will I think I will persevere. It's just weird how much just radically different this is than when I went to Eureka. Radically different. And when I first got to Eureka, I had a lot of happy tears. You can go look at the footage if you want. A lot of happy tears. And in this, no, that's not it at all. I don't know if you've had panic to the point where you have the feeling of fevery skin before. I don't know if many of you have experienced something like that. What I'm just going to check is to see what my temperature feels like when I put my tongue against my lip, the most bottom part of it. No, that does not feel like a fever. But my skin does. And this point in the very middle of my upper back and spreading out to my shoulders, that same kind of feeling, you know. Yeah, I think I put way too much emphasis on my appearance when it comes to my self-esteem. Definitely. Some of the main things that go through my head is, well, once I get past this food poisoning thing and and the withdrawal, I'll probably be able to gain the weight back. And have a pleasant shape again. But I sure don't want to have to eat crap, eat not very healthy foods to get there. That's been a big thing for me. I don't want to eat a bunch of unhealthy foods to be heavy. That's stupid. It's stupid. So, in a week's time, something that will probably take me months and months and months to get back again. One thing about Eureka that was different, much different than here, is there was a gay community there. Not much of one, but there was one there. There isn't here. What really messed me up, I could say earlier today, but I guess it would be yesterday, was learning that Pennsylvania is not one of the states that gay people have the same protections as, women, racial minorities, religious minorities. We don't have those same protections in this state. Originally, what had me looking at it, I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I could, because there's a kind of a slightly tattered flag, a U.S. flag, outside the door. And I was thinking, well, what if I replace that with a rainbow flag? And I could show, we could show that, hey, yes, this is a diverse community. And then I looked up, well, can gay people lose their housing or their job because they're gay? Yeah, they can here, and nothing can be done about it. So I'm like, oh, well, that would be a bad idea. And I posted about it on Facebook, and some reactions are saying, basically suggesting that, oh, well, when someone flies a rainbow flag, that looks to most people like you're just wanting to say, look, I'm special. You need to treat me like I'm special. Is that really what people think of that when someone has a rainbow flag? Is that really what someone thinks? I look at it the same as someone, let's say flying a flag or having an emblem somewhere of their favorite sports team. Hey, I like this. But, or, oh, I support this. Because not everyone who flies a rainbow flag is gay or is even in the LGBT community. Queasiness is really bad. But apparently that's, what it looks like to some people. Got into some debates with people. But that really got me down. That was one of the things that really started setting off this recent bout of anxiety. Yeah, I know. You heard that? That was my stomach. I'm hungry, but I don't know how I can eat. panic is just so bad. It's just so bad. Part of me wants to find out whether the landlord has a problem, has any issues at all with gay people. Part of me wants to just because if I knew that she had no problem with it, some of this panic would subside. But just the act of me trying to find out, and if she wasn't supportive, I'd be out of place to live. She sure doesn't seem like someone that would have a problem. She seemed very cool, but you just never know. But yeah, and the Facebook discussions, people saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't need special protections," and I'm like, well, then I guess neither do religious people or anyone of any racial background or what someone's sex or gender is or any of that, right? I guess they shouldn't have protections either, right? It's a thing that pisses me off. It's like, the argument isn't to take away everyone else's protections. It's, well, let's not add gay people to this because, well, you shouldn't have. It's like, why is there this double standard there? You're not going to actively try to stop others from having their protections. But then when gay people want the protections, oh, you want special protections. That's not special rights. Those aren't special protections. It's the same protections every goddamn other person has. Fucking hypocritical mindsets. Hypocritical. It makes me angry. It does. It makes me angry. Because some of the same people will say, oh, they're supportive of LGBT. No, you're not. When you have that kind of viewpoint, you're not. You're simply not. You would have to be arguing against all the other people having their protections in order for you to be able to state that you're supportive. If you're not going to, if you think that gay people shouldn't be included in the protections everyone else has. Anyway, not sure what more to say now. The video's almost 30 minutes long, so if you're still watching, thanks. I think I can persevere. I think I can persevere. It's just growing pains and separation anxiety at 44.